Welcome to my video describing ABAP Favorites plugin for Eclipse. First of all, I would like to show you how to install the plugin. It's quite easy. If you know Eclipse, you go to the Help and Eclipse Marketplace. Then all you have to do is to search for ABAP. Once it's loaded, then click on the install button. You can see currently we have version 1.0.10. It's really the beginning of the developments, but I guess it's a stable version now, so you can use it in your productive environments because it's not crashing any code, it's not doing any changes in the code, it's just collecting your favorites and storing them in XML file. Okay, I have the plugin already installed, so I will go out from here. Then I will show you where to find it. Go to the window, show view and others. Then in the ABAP folder you see two views, favorites and favorites dev objects. I will open them too and then I will explain you the difference very quickly. Okay, so in favorites dev objects or development objects, you can store only the favorites of program, classes, interfaces, function groups and function modules. And once you will store these favorites, once you will double click on them, they will be opened in a separate tab of editor. In the favorite view, you can create two kind of folders, one which will contain transaction, URLs and programs which will be run in GUI and not open in editor. And as well, you can, if you want, you can also create folders with the development objects. I will just create a few now, and I will just show you how it does work. So first of all, you have here an add me folder button. You click on it. You can write any name, any description, and you have two checkboxes. One, it's project independent and development object folder. Project independent, it means that this favorite will be always visible if you mark this checkbox. If you select it, it will be always visible. It doesn't matter of which project or system you are currently focused on, means which editor is now active. If you unselect this one, this project, this folder will be only visible once you are once your system is currently active. For example, we will create now one independent folder and one dependent. And let's say it's AD1 system, just to be sure. Now you see both folders because we are unactive on AD1 system. Now I will switch only the editor tab to other system, and you see that the one of the folders has disappeared, this dependent one, independent remained. So you can easily see you can have favorites based on your system, not only valid for the whole workspace of Eclipse. Okay, but these are only the folders. I will add additionally one folder for the dev objects. I would say it's project independent and development objects, just to see the difference. Beside the icon, which is different, when you right click on a standard folder, you can add only a transaction, a program or URL to it. And here for the development objects, you can add the program, class, interface, function group and function module. Let's firstly start with this standard one. Add transaction. Let's say dictionary. The description is not taken from SAP. You have to fill it manually if you want. Probably will need it because you write these favorites lists just not to have to remember all these transaction codes, although this standard one is like SE11 probably all knows and remembers, but there are some Fiori or Personas transaction or from the custom namespace which has backslashes inside, and it's really easier to write them down somewhere and not to remember all these long names. Okay, so I'll create this one. See, the transaction is created. I will add a program here. 0, 1. As you can imagine, at this stage there is no check if such transaction or program name exists. It's just simply storing the plugin is simply storing the names which you are entering. Here it's a URL favorite, for example, for your Fiori launchpad, and configuration. I can't remember now the whole name, so I will just put Google here, and then once we click on transaction, it will be run directly with the program. Also, this will be run like in SE36 or SA36 URL. It will be open in the browser, as you could imagine. But now I will add as well the same program, so zdemo flv01 to the development objects folder, and then once I will double click on it, it will open it in the editor. Okay, just to show you also that it's working like this, I switch now the tab to the active tab to the other system. I have opened it on AD1 before. Now I'm changed the active system. I will double click now on the development object and favorite, and then it's opened in a new one. So it's quite nice to have such possibility to store all project dependent or project independent favorites. So just as you wish, as you need. It depends on your at work, if you work on several systems or ones, or they have the same stack, ABAP stack, and so on. You can also as well, instead of only creating a new favorites, you can as well edit them later. So I just wrote here a description test. I can go right click, edit, and update it. So it's quite nice. What you can do also here is to search with the filter. You can see here a text box here. I will just start writing down, and you see the entries are filtered. I will write demo. Fiori. So see, it's quite nice. You can have a really long list of your favorites, and it will be still working, and it will suit your needs. So it's really nice. Okay. You can of course delete the favorite if you don't need it anymore. If you delete the whole folder, of course everything which it's just inside will also disappear. So it's quite easy to understand this one. And now what's the difference between the favorites and the favorites dev objects? I've mentioned this before. Here we can create these two types of the folder, the standard one and the one with the development objects. And here you can only create the development objects folders. add 1 or 2 entries here. So you saw that when I was adding the new folder, there was no checkbox for development object selection. It's automatically done in the background, so you don't have a possibility to select it differently here. What's the reason for having two views? If you follow me on the Twitter, then you saw that I asked you what would be the best place to store the development objects favorites, if it's in the same view but in different kind of folder, or in a separate view. So there was really close to tie in the answers of the poll, so that's why I decided it's quite easy to create the second view separately when you want to have it, for example, open here, but the favorites like this, and you store separately only the transactions and programs to run, and here the development objects. For example, if you are working on a big project and you don't want to have all the time open all of these development objects, and you don't want to go each time to the structure of your favorite packages, and then you have 5, I don't know, 10 classes which you would like to have in here, then you just create a development objects favorite folder and in the separate view, and you have it open. If you don't like them and you don't create them here, you close the view, or you can also add them here as well in this favorites view, the standard one, but if you don't like to mix them, the transactions programs to run with the development objects, then you just don't use it, huh? What is the nice feature of these views? As you can see, like in lots of other plugins for Eclipse, you can link this with the current editor or not. If I this is now linked directly at the beginning, I unlink this, so now it's changed its name to the favorites 81, means this view it's linked always now to 81. It doesn't matter if I switch to the other active editor, and if I will double click here on the transaction node, and then it will open this on 81 system and not on AI1. So it's quite clear. If you link it now, I linked it with the editor, the folder were dependent on the project, so it disappeared. It appeared again. Also the name has changed to the favorite again without the system name in the brackets, so you can easily see if it's even if you cannot see it easily in the button here, then the name will show you if it's linked to a specific system or not. Okay, I guess that's all. I will put the link to my website as well to this video, so you can go and check if anything has changed in the plugin. I also put the link to the GitHub, because the source code for this plugin is on the GitHub. On my account it's public. You can join me, you can change it, you can enhance it, maybe you get some ideas, you can place some issues there, so I really encourage you to do so. Thanks for watching, and hear you soon. Bye.